2021 Medicare Open Enrollment. It's here. Are you ready? What are some of the changes that you should know about for 2021? If you're happy with your plan, should you change it? What if you don't like your plan? Can you change to anything you want? How about those zero premium plans? Zero, you pay nothing. How? And have you heard about the plans that have dental and vision and gym membership, over-the-counter items, all these extra perks, and no charge for them? Well, let's get right to it. Now, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. As your retirement coach, we really want you to feel well-informed and get all the information you want and need with full transparency. So please like us and follow us if you haven't done so already. Now, regarding this video, I just want to make it clear that this will be specifically for those who are already on Medicare. So this is going to be more or less a review of what a Medicare Advantage plan is, what a Medigap is, and the rules, but it will not be in straight or a lot of detail, if you will. I actually have a 30-minute video. If you really want to watch that, just make sure that you have your popcorn ready and watch the entire video. Because as you know, it really helps us if you watch the video and not skip through it. So for 2021, what are some of the changes that you need to know about? First is make sure that you look for your annual notice of change. Your annual notice of change only applies to what's called the Medicare Advantage plans and the drug plans. These are called ANOC, Annual Notice of Change. Annual Notice of Change. These plans will change their copays. They will change maybe the drugs that they cover. They change the cost for you to go to the hospital and even the network of doctors and hospitals as well. So please make sure you check that. If you haven't received that yet, please call your insurance company on the back of your card and you can ask them for the annual notice of change. Now, for those of you who have a Medigap or a supplement plan, you will not have an annual notice of change. Now, why is that? As a reminder, your Medigap or supplement secondary, this is a secondary, I know it sounds too simple, but it's a secondary plan to Medicare, and it pays the 20%. These are plans that you probably have, like for example, the F or the G plan. These are plans where you have pretty much no copay. You may have at the most $198 deductible. Now, these plans never change. As a matter of fact, if you recall, there's a book called Choosing a Medigap. And on page 50 of that booklet, again, Choosing a Medigap, you can Google it, you can go to my website. I actually have a link right under the frequently asked questions. There's quite a few different times that I actually give you a direct link to that booklet. The Choosing a Medigap on page, now I said 50, didn't I? It's actually on page 10 and 11. 10 and 11, all the plans are standardized. Now, what does standardized mean? Well, again, you probably remember me giving you the example of Coca-Cola. If you go to the grocery store, or if I went to the grocery store and I went to your house and I say, hey, guess what? The Safeway Coca-Cola tastes so much better than Costco. You'd be saying to me, Kai, are you sniffing Coke or are you drinking Coke? So Coca-Cola is Coca-Cola. Well, Plan G is Plan G is Plan G. Your F is F is F. The only difference between one Medigap and another Medigap is really what they charge in price and how they raise the rates. There are three methodologies on how insurance companies raise the rates. There's attained age, there's issue age, and there's community rating. Please go to my website to learn more. And if you need a reminder as to what your plan is and how your rates go up, please give me a call. Now, Medigaps do not have an annual notice of change. Another thing to remember about Medigaps is that the open enrollment is one time in your life. Again, I'll repeat that, one time in your life. And when is that? When you're new to Part B, 65 or older, and it only lasts for 6 months. And that's on page 50 of that booklet called Choosing a Medigap, if you don't believe me. So one time only. So what does this mean then? You guessed it. This open enrollment does not apply to Medigaps. Medigaps do not have a yearly open enrollment. Why is that? Well, Medigaps don't change their plan. Medigaps don't have the annual notice of change. They don't have a network. And I'll remind you in a bit as to why they don't have a network. Now, the open enrollment is specifically for what's called Medicare Advantage plan, and we'll discuss that in a second. Now, if you want to come back to a Medigap or buy a Medigap, if there's only one time, is there a special event? The answer is yes. Open enrollment is one time. However, you do have what's called a special event. If you moved outside the coverage area, or perhaps you dropped a Medigap for the first time and you tried out a Medicare Advantage plan, then yes, you do have a special event. Or underwriting. What underwriting means, you answer the health questions. If you're healthy enough to go back, you can go back. So as you can see, please be careful when you make a change. In our office, we have one promise: full transparency. We're never going to just switch you to a plan without reminding you of the rules and reminding you of the concept. Now, regarding the concept, just a reminder, if you have a Medigap, then who's the driver? Who's the primary? Is it your AARP? Is it your Physicians Mutual? Is it your Blue Cross? Is it your Blue Shield? No. Remember, Medicare is the driver. Medicare is the primary. What does that mean to you? And how does that benefit you? Well, if Medicare is your driver, or Medicare is your primary, Medicare is paying the 80%. The insurance company never decides as to what is approved and not approved. Medicare approves it, and then the supplement just basically pays the remaining balance. What are your rights that you're entitled to? Your rights are, you can pretty much go to any doctor, any hospital. Of course, that takes Medicare, which, as you guys know, for those who are already on Medicare as your primary, typically you don't have trouble finding a doctor that takes Medicare. Almost every doctor does take Medicare. And also no referrals. No referrals meaning you can go directly to a specialist without having to get that referral. So stay on this side or choose this side if you notice here, if you want the freedom. The freedom to choose any doctor in any state, any city, Stanford, UCSF, Good Samaritan, Sutter, Mercy, you name it. Now, number two, if you want to keep that 100% coverage, because Medicare Advantage plans on the right side, they do not have 100% coverage guaranteed year after year, and the benefits do change. Number three, you don't mind paying a premium between $100 to $200, and that depends on your age and also depends on your demographics or where you live. So hopefully that's a good reminder as to what a Medicare supplement is, a Medigap. You don't need to make changes other than double checking your annual notice of change regarding the drug plan. Now, if you have Mutual of Omaha for your drug plan, please understand the $23 plan is going away. So what they have to do is upgrade you. So when they upgrade you, you're going to be upgraded to a $23, it's going to be a $100 plan. So if you don't want to pay $100 for that plan, please call us. Most of you already received an email from us, and we'll make sure to shop around and get you a much cheaper drug plan.